Welcome to the City of Estacada. My name is Chris Lewis. I'm the treatment plant operator here for the city. I've been here for nearly 15 years. Right now we are on the banks of the Clackamas River, where we pull the water out of the river and send it up through our treatment plant to treat it for good, clean drinking water. These are our vertical turbine pumps. One pump can pump 1 million gallons per day. 2 pumps can do 1.5, and our max capacity is 2 million gallons per day. Originally this plant was put in the late 70s. It was upgraded a couple times in the 80s, and then we were only able to produce 1 million gallons. And then in 1999, they started a plant rehab so that we can be able to produce 2 million gallons per day. We have about 1,500 service connections with a population of around 3,500. So let me take you up from here and we'll start our tour of the treatment plant and the processes we go through. Here we are inside the drinking water plant, and this big green pipe is where the river water comes into the plant, and we add chemicals to it to help clean the water. The first chemical we add is aluminum sulfate, and that chemical helps to coagulate the dirt and the turbidity that's in the water to make it a bigger blob so it'll settle out into our settling chambers later on down the line. Here's our 2 plate settlers where the river water comes in after chemical addition. We split the flow 50-50, 50% in the plate settler 1, 50% in the plate settler 2. We have our rapid mix, slow mix, and our sedimentation, and that helps with the big particles to combine and settle out so that we don't have to filter those out later on. The detention of the water in these tanks is roughly 45 minutes. That gives us time for the particles, the turbidity to bind together and to settle out so that we don't have to filter out the bigger particles. Here we are after the sedimentation process where we remove the larger particles from the river water. As it comes out of the plate settlers, it goes through these large green pipes and it drops on top of our filter units. Which these filters are mixed media filters with different sizes of gravel, starting with larger size gravel in the bottom and working your way up. That's why it's called mixed media. At the upper level we have granular activated charcoal to help remove the taste and odor issues that we come across during the warm summer months. And from there, the water trickles down through the sand and comes out into these blue pipes, super clean, almost ready to drink, and from there we add sodium hypochlorite, chlorine, to disinfect the water. So here we are at the chlorine injection point after filtration. We inject chlorine into the water to remove all the harmful bacteria that the filters can't capture, and then it sits into these chlorine contact tanks for a certain amount of time to do its job and kill the bacteria before we send it out into the system. Here we are at our high service pumps. These are the pumps that pull the clean drinking water out of our chlorine contact tanks and pump it up to our reservoirs. And from there, the water goes into your homes and businesses. Okay, here we are in our control room, and behind me is the SCADA system. That is where we control the stop points and start points for the water treatment plant. It controls our filtration processes, controls our chemical feed. It basically is the brain of everything that we just walked through. And we have limits and set points and all kinds of data on there that we can look back and see what's going on and know when to turn things on and turn things off. Here we are in our lab. This is where we monitor the finished water chlorine, the finished water pH and temperature, and the river water pH and temperature on a daily basis to verify that our online instruments are accurate.